I finished writing my last English paper for this semester in my English class, and it took kind of a long time. It took longer than I really wanted it to. I underestimated the time that I had to spend on kind of researching the topic and then writing it all out. My paper was on silicon, and it being a advanced material, and so it can kind of contribute to different various fields of study, but I focused on the medical field and also the field of technology, kind of the computer aspect. Silicon can be used as materials for semiconductors, and that's in computer chips and all that. It took longer than expected, but I wrapped it up. I wanted my break to kind of focus on studying for finals, but I kind of took a detour and focused a bit more time than I wanted on this paper, but that's okay. I guess I'm moving on. So over break, I've been sleeping late, so that's kind of normal for break time, you know? But the weird thing is I've also been waking up kind of early. So this kind of bad sleep schedule has made my mornings kind of unproductive. I've been kind of lazy in the morning, and that's kind of limited my time that I can study for my finals. So on that topic of laziness, in this video today I wanted to kind of discuss how to deal with laziness. Laziness develops for me when I kind of don't want to really do something, and I think that's kind of true for a lot of people. So for example, I don't want to study for chemistry because I'm bad at chemistry. But when I don't study for chemistry and I take a test and I don't do well on that test, I don't like chemistry even more. So then I don't study, and then I get worse at it, and then I don't like to do things that I'm bad at. So it's kind of just a bad cycle that develops, and that's how I feel like laziness, for me at least, develops. Now, I know a couple of practical solutions to combat laziness, but I can't say I myself incorporate them daily into my own routine, so I try my best, but I don't always practice what I preach. But nonetheless, let's kind of go over them, and maybe these tips will help you kind of set the pace and yeah, just fight laziness that kind of develops in our lives. The first tip I have is to kind of make and set a schedule and revolve around habits. So build good habits, break bad habits. And where I'm coming from for this is that habits are really powerful, whether they are good or bad. So bad habits, they're hard to break, and good habits, they're really beneficial. Set your schedule around your own habits that have already formed. So me generalizing here, there are kind of early morning people and then late night owls. So depending on your own habit, you can set a schedule, and that can kind of increase productivity during the times that you're feeling good, you know, you want to work. And so for me, I think I am kind of a early morning person, but I also have some times that I work well at near the nighttime, so I can set a habit and set my study schedule in the morning for a period and then at night for a period. Schedules are pretty customizable, and you can personalize them to your own kind of habits, and that makes it, you know, pretty productive, maximizing your efficiency for studying. That's what I'm mainly thinking of right now because, you know, I'm a college student and studying is very important. So number 2, my second tip for combating laziness is while you're studying, you know, you might feel kind of tired, and then this laziness kind of creeps in. And so to help fight that, my second suggestion is to take breaks. A good break for me is to go outside, do some exercise. So I like running, so I'll go outside and run for a bit, and then come in, kind of take a shower, and then feel refreshed, and then start doing work again. So that's the ideal way, but I don't always do that, and especially now during quarantine, it's kind of hard to go out and exercise, but you know, you can make it work. So in quarantine, you can kind of exercise inside, you know, do some push-ups, do some, I don't know, if you have a treadmill, you can run indoors, or do anything kind of to shift your mind out of what you're working on, I guess, and kind of reset your brain. So then the laziness you're not like falling into the trap of laziness. I'm tired of studying, now I'll go take a nap on my bed. So for me that will be, I don't know, an hour or two just gone, me scrolling through my phone, and then sleeping a bit, and then waking up, and then I feel bad again, and then I can't get into the groove of studying anymore. And then my last tip number 3, I guess, is to work at your own pace and develop your weaker skills. Like I mentioned before, laziness, for me at least, kind of creeps in when I don't want to do something. And on the reverse side of that, you are probably less likely to become lazy when you're doing something exciting. And for me, doing things that are exciting are doing things that I am pretty good at. So this semester I think I've been doing pretty good at math. I developed that kind of strong skill set, and now I'm not dreading to start my math homework, and it's kind of easier for me to pick up and start studying a subject that I'm pretty good at and I know that I will do well in. So you want to develop your weaker skills so that eventually all your skills are kind of at that peak level. So ideally you want to make all your skill sets kind of optimal. You're excited to do all your work, and yeah, that's the goal. That's maybe not achievable in such a short period. I'm still working on that, and I think everyone is. I say to go at your own pace because that's variable for everyone, but you do not want to go too slow and think everything is all good, because at the end of the day you still want self-improvement. You want to become better, and you don't want to just say, oh, I worked for 5 minutes and then okay, I'm good for the day, and then go to sleep. You don't want to work too fast either, because then you might feel some kind of burnout of sorts. You're not seeing results that you want immediately from day to day, and then you're like, this is not very motivating, and then you don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to self-improve. So these are kind of some short tips that I have thought of dealing with laziness. Take it with a grain of salt. I right now am a college freshman, so I do not have everything figured out, but this is kind of my ideas put into a video. Hope you at least got something out of it. If you learned anything, if you want to add anything, add a comment. At the very least, I myself can look back at this video, kind of remind myself of what to do, what to be striving for. As I said, I know these things conceptually, but I still have work to do to implement all of these into my life. I am constantly striving to reach this kind of optimal, efficient studying, working, and all that. But that's about it. I am going to wrap up the video here. I still have to do some studying and other work before my break ends and my school starts back up next week. I'll edit this video and post it up sometime. But yeah, take care. See ya.